Glory of the day. Hi-ho the dairy-o, the glory of the day. Hello? Is there anybody out there? It literally just froze on me on my end, so I'm not there for myself. Anything can happen when we're live, man. Does anybody else see me, hear me? I see my boy JR9 up in here. Red team, go! Okay, I see some peeps up in here, man. Quentin, Shaggy, Jesse, Borsler, Carlos, Ray, Dread Fred, Jazz, Lord French Fries, Javi Woo, Raw Sucks, love it, JW Universe, Mr. Anything for Salinas with 1,000 coffees, Trev Reigns, Aaron, William F. All the units up in this bitch. Mr. Black Ice, Kirby, King J, Roger, Marie Applewhite, Aaron, Red Team, go! What up, Gilbert Batista, aka Hot Wheel Raider? You guys got some names, man. War Dog up in this bitch. Red Team, go! Camila's Corner, Winbrook, David 77, Triple J 82 882, Anisar War, Diego, Iron Riaz. Where's NJPW girl? Where's SOS TDM? Where's Jennifer Pierce? Where's Boss Mania Powers? Blueprint Nash. Eric Newton. I got Jazz, right? SOS is up in here. What up? Darnell, Santivia Major. Where's Unique Butterfly? Alex Hood. Nestor, 11 a.m. Damn, brother, I don't know what it is here. 1, 2 o'clock. Franklin from Florida, man. My second home down in Florida. Can't wait to go back. DeMonte. All my unit, stand up. I know this is as impromptu as it fucking gets, brah. Fucking, I never go live. I never put up too much on a Wednesday afternoon. Notorious Nikki Smith, what up? David's over here from Dubai, man. Damn. So I never do these Wednesday little live streams. I mean this wholeheartedly this time, guys. I'm going to try to get you out of here in about a half an hour's time. What? Something I said? Is it something BC said? I really am, guys. I only have like one main topic to go over, and that's NXT 2.0. Tell you a little bit of a story, the truth about Vince McMahon, Triple H, and Tony Khan. Whether you want to hear the truth or not. I know, you guys are laughing at me because I said I'll get you out of here in a half an hour, but that is true, man. I only have one main story. It's the middle of a fucking Wednesday. I don't expect this to go more than a half, so let me get right to it, actually. Before I get to, I know I said one main story, I have to talk about this real quick. Raw's rating came in at a 1.670 this week. Now, for those of you, can you fucking motivated and motivated? That did not say, it just said ND motivated. Caffeine, caffeinated, ND motivated. That didn't make sense, BC. How about you put the fucking sign where people can see it, BC? You're botching already, BC. Anyway. Where was I with this? Oh yeah, Raw's rating, 1.670. Now, we already knew it was going to go down, bro. Monday Night Football was coming up and Vince never put a plan into place. This is what happened when you don't plan for combat. And at the very last second, you start making announcements. Your Extreme Rules main event is now on Monday Night Raw. Well, that makes fucking sense. And then all of a sudden, 24 hours earlier, you have the guy with the Money in the Bank briefcase say that he's going to cash in. You're doing this all last second. If you fucking planned for battle, you knew Monday Night Football was coming. If you planned for battle the right way, maybe you could compete a little bit. I'm not saying take the chunk of NFL's audience. You ain't gonna do that, but you're gonna compete. You're gonna make a lot of people need to tune into your product, not just want to. That's what they used to do back in the Attitude Era. You didn't just tune into wrestling over football. You had to find out what Stone Cold and McMahon were going to do, or Triple H and The Rock, or The Undertaker and Kurt Angle. The storylines were superb. You could take a shit on Vince Russo all you want, but Vince Russo and Vince McMahon fed off of one another, and they created some epic fucking shit. Now they don't do that shit, so they did all this last minute shit and it saved their ass. Guys, they were going to go to a 1.5 easily. Their rating this week was going to fall over 2 fucking points, full points. Not 0.2 points, full 2 points plus. And they were going to fall into a 1.5, and I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt at a 1.5. So Vince saved his ass. This 1.6, they better take that and run. I'm sure he wanted a 1.7 at least. He didn't get it. They got a 1.6. He can't be too happy about it, but he should take this and run away as far as he can because they did not hit a 1.5 because they threw everything but the kitchen sink this week. They literally busted their nut. Everything they had in his back pocket, Vince McMahon put out there with that briefcase. So I hope they have a plan for the future. Ha ha! That's funny. No, they don't. They blew their fucking load this week. They threw a Hail Mary. Vince McMahon threw a Hail fucking Mary. Bottom line. He threw a Hail Mary and he skimmed by with a 1.6. That's the truth about the rating. So I know everyone likes to just take a shit on it. Vince McMahon is happier than a pig in shit right now that he didn't get a 1.5. But what happens next week? I understand it's the Lions, but it is my Packers. People are going to want to see if Aaron Rodgers bounces back. So what happens? They pull another 1.6 without a big Money in the Bank briefcase that was announced beforehand, or a big Extreme Rules main event pushed to the fucking Raw event. What's going to happen next week? What's going to happen when you have major market teams like New York, Chicago, LA, and you start dipping 1.5, 1.4? No, we're not going to sit here and throw you a mulligan and blame Monday Night Football or say, yeah, it's because of Monday Night Football. Fuck that shit. I'm going to blame Vince McMahon because he didn't think accordingly. I agree. Somebody said they're going to hit a 1.5 next week. I would not put it past it. If they already hit a 1.6 and they threw everything but the kitchen sink out there, then what makes you think they're not going to pull a 1.5 next week? And for anyone going, who cares about ratings? BC does. You should. Raise your standards. Ratings mean everything. Ratings are the reason you're getting a new 2.0 NXT. Ratings are the reason NXT got booted to a Tuesday night and off of a Wednesday night. Ratings is why TNT extended their deal with Dynamite. Ratings mean everything. Ratings is why WCW went kapoof, expecto petroleum. Ratings matter. If you don't like ratings, hit the fucking bricks. Fuck are you doing here? We're talking about ratings, obviously. You always see that, man. Another reason why I get the fuck off social media, because it's a fucking one clusterfuck of stunads. A bunch of fucking dumb fucks in one community. That's social media. But I always used to see that when I would talk rating. Who cares about ratings? Just watch a good show, man. What do you mean, who cares about ratings? Everybody. The companies, the wrestlers take pride in what they do and want to see if their ratings pop the seg. Or their segment pop the ratings, I should say. BC, real fucking knowledgeable fans care. Advertisers care. Networks care. We care. Are they putting on a good show or not to the masses, to every demographic? The diehards and casuals. It's fun to see. If you don't want to break down numbers because you're a fucking stunad, hit the bricks. Ratings matter, bro. Ratings are everything. And then you go on social and you start going, well, why are people caring about ratings? So you're caring about the people that are caring about ratings. You're even fucking dumber than you claim they are. You're upset with the people talking about the ratings. The fuck? It's like, you ever see people that they watch fucking YouTubers or they listen to podcasts and they claim they don't like the person, but yet they don't miss any podcast. They don't miss any fucking video. But they go, I don't like him. But then they watch every single video or listen to every podcast. Is it you don't like them or you're a fucking super fan? Little weird there. Maybe you want to look in the mirror and have a conversation with yourself. Dumb fucking people, bro. That's one thing BC can't do in this world. Stunads. Stupid motherfuckers. They either hit the bricks or I send them through the bricks. Anyway, 1.670, that is down nearly 10% from last week's 1.849. So it dropped 0.2, couple of 100,000. Again, this could have been worse if Vince didn't throw the kitchen sink this week. And that was Vince's Hail Mary, so we'll see where the fuck that goes. Now, moving on, and I don't believe NXT has put out their ratings yet. Let me just double check. I'm not seeing NXT's ratings this week, guys. I would not be shocked if they went up a few 100,000 viewers, at least. Because this is the most buzz that NXT has generated in a long fucking time. I wish it was for the right reasons. My first impressions. Now, dude, I never bullshit you guys. I was busy as fuck last night. I caught the last fucking hour of this show. And I never went back to catch the first hour. Of course, I found out everything that happened. I saw exactly what I needed to happen, or what happened that I needed to talk about. But I only caught the last hour, because this video is not a full review. If you thought it was, it's not. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. This is my first impressions. I don't cover every wrestling company. I don't cover every show. This isn't my fucking job to cover every show. It's not my job to cover every wrestler, know every brand, know every company. It is up to them to captivate BC's attention. That's how good I am. I'm up on another fucking level with every other fucking reviewer, every podcaster. Why? Because I believe it. I don't care if I haven't been doing it as long as other people, or there's higher viewership with others because they've been around longer. It's the old Disney World, Universal Studios. Disney's been around longer. They got the most intake when it comes to flux with visitors. But the #1 rated park the last 5 years has been Universal Studios Islands of Adventure. I may be one of the newer motherfuckers on the block, but I'm rocking this son of a bitch for one main purpose. I am the level. Nobody can achieve it. Ow! Damn, bro! Oh, what the fuck? Maybe that's why I'm so fucking amped. We've reached the bottom of the coffee, guys. What are we gonna do? That's it. This fucking coffee's done. What are we gonna do? Do we just stop the stream? I ain't gonna fucking continue a stream without a coffee. I guess this is it for now, guys. We'll continue this. I'm just kidding, bro. I'm fucking playing with you. BC doesn't run out of coffee. Just because I ran out of a Dunkin' doesn't mean I ain't got a Starbucks ice cold ready to rock. You guys make sure I'm always caffeinated. You guys, I already see fucking supers up in this bitch. You make sure that I'm always amped up. Anyway, I did not catch the whole show. This is not going to be a full throttle review. This is going to be my first impressions of this son of a bitch. And my first impressions, this is like Impact. Did anybody get Impact vibes from this, or was it just BC? You could say it was just BC, by the way. I don't give a fuck. I know what I know. I know what I fucking believe. To me, it was like an Impact. The setting of it, anyway. Much brighter, obviously. It was literally one big fucking fruit roll-up. I got the Fruit Rollup Awards. There was no Fruit Roll-Ups last night, but it was literally like fucking Impact. It was one big colorful fucking rainbow explosion. Yeah, Impact, OVW vibes, absolutely. JR9, yeah. BC, run out of coffee. Good one, BC, Alex. I did get Impact vibes, says Jazz. That's what I'm saying, man. Triple J82s. No, it was pretty fruity last night. Yeah, it was more of an Impact vibe type shit. I can't even say AEW. It was more like Impact. You definitely got that studio vibe. I almost was going to say WCW Worldwide, but it wasn't. WCW Worldwide had a totally different vibe. The studio vibe of it, maybe. but it was more Impact Wrestling with the lighting and all that. Even, yeah, NWA TNA from back in the day, says Ronald. So, Simply Unknown, didn't fool me. I was like, I know you had another coffee. You know it. Yeah, I got old school, maybe even FCW, some of you guys are saying as well. ROH, not as colorful though, Pro Wrestling Talk. But yeah, along those lines, I mean, I was getting those vibes from it, so that's my first impression. My first thoughts of NXT 2.0, just like everyone else or the majority of us, is it is one giant fruit roll-up. The logo, the presentation, even the posts look like a bunch of fucking 4-year-olds just threw paint on it, right? And it looks like one giant fruit roll-up. It just does. Just like everybody else, I think our first impression, if a bowl of Fruit Loops fucked a bowl of Fruity Pebbles, you would get one giant NXT box of Trixer for kids. Right? That's the best way to put it. A box of Fruit Loops fucking a box of Fruity Pebbles and you get one giant NXT box of Trixer for kids. That's the best line I could give you if you didn't see it. I mean, it is a colorful explosion of fucking A. If Punky Brewster had a kid with Clarissa Explains It All, well, we'd get an NXT Care Bear as the child. It would be an NXT Care Bear. If all 6 Power Rangers consumed a sprinkle-coated Smurf, they'd piss out the NXT logo. I mean, are you guys getting what I'm saying here? This is what the logo is. I can't jive with it yet. I'm not feeling that yet. Maybe I'll come around to it. Chat, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the greatest, how do you feel about the color scheme, the logo, and the presentation of NXT 2.0? 10 being great, 1 being no thank you. You could even put 0 saying I ain't fucking having it, I ain't fucking with it. I'm seeing fucking negatives up in this bitch. 1s and 0s. Damn, the unit is not having it today. Robert Hurt's the only one who's giving it a 4 so far. Robert Hurt's being generous. Tariq Dog's giving it a 6. Okay. Negative 10 of 10, says Eddie. Negative 15, says Ray Hun. Oh, shit, bro. You guys are giving it 0s, bro. SOS, man. You giving it fucking 100 zeros, brah. Now, it couldn't have been that fucking bad, right? Yes, it was. Look at this. Look at the SOS, negative 6,725. Business is booming, man, in the millions for Vincey. Mr. Anything says it was one fruity explosion. Negative 1 million, Trev, man. You guys are brutal. You guys are fucking brutal, and I love it because it's honest. It's absolutely honest. 0 is generous, said Santivia Major. No fucking doubt. That's funny. You guys are fucking brutal. The amp unit is brutal. And I love it. Because it's so true. I think the highest I saw was like a 6, maybe. Again, this is just presentation. We're not talking about the wrestling or the characters yet, guys. Presentation. The literally, like the fruit explosion. All right, so I pretty much gauged my unit at this point, man. It ain't good. It ain't good at all. I have to agree with all you guys. I kind of missed just the dimmed down version and just straight product first. And you didn't have to go all bells and whistles. But that leads me to the truth, man. And I'll go over it. Do you guys want the truth? Oh, man, you know what? I'll get to the truth about Tony Khan, Vince McMahon, and Triple H in a few minutes. Let me just go over some of the highlights of this show. How's that? I really am trying to get you guys out of here in a half an hour. I don't know if that's possible now because we're rocking right now, man. I was not expecting this in the middle of a Wednesday. But you guys are feeling it, man. So BC's got to fucking be right there with you. I'm about to pop a whole nother coffee, so... Some highlights last night. Let's go. We have to talk about this, guys. Mandy Rose returned as Ronda Rousey negative 9.0. It's like, what is happening there, guys? What is happening with Mandy Rose? Did she? Is it because they can't get Ronda Rousey back yet? So they can't get Ronda, so they're making Mandy Rose like Ronda Rousey or Shayna Baszler or Sonya Deville type character. Like, is she supposed to be now a legit badass? Like, you're meeting her outside the club and you're gonna go around the corner, you're gonna meet at the side of the bricks, and you're just gonna start fucking whacking away, man, just fucking pounding one another? Is that Mandy Rose? She's a fighter now? She's Ronda Rousey, negative 9.0? Like, what is happening with Rose? Chat, what's happening with Rose? You guys are laughing the fuck out of it too. I couldn't help but laugh because I was like, what are they doing with this chick now? She's coming out, she's bouncing around, she's got a hood on. She's like, what? Give me Asuka. Give me Sasha, give me Charlotte, give me Tessa Blanchard, give me Thunder Rosa. Give me fucking Nia Jax. If China was here right now, if China was here, I'd take him out. I'll give him a left, I'll give him a right, I'll give him an uppercut. What is Mandy Rose doing? Carlos, BC, I'll take her. I don't know, Carlos. I think we're supposed to believe she's a fucking heavyweight fighter now, I guess. Mandy Rose, bro. What is she doing? What is happening out there, bro? What is happening with Mandy Rose? This is 2.0? Okay. I hope she's learning how to fight, like, for real then, because if that's her new ground and pound style, and all right, bro. Oh, man, vanilla Starbucks, man. So anyway, guys, I know a lot of you probably didn't see it. Mandy Rose re-debuted last night, I guess you could say. At least debuted a new fucking character. And I don't know what's happening there, man. I think it was, again, I missed the first hour, but I did catch some of the bigger stories that I needed. This was one of them. I believe it was Catanzaro and Carter, I believe, versus Pamela Pancakes and Debbie Donuts. Pamela Pancakes and Debbie Donuts, I believe their name was. And it was a tag match, and Mandy came in, and then Saraya came out, and then it became a 6-woman tag. So 2.0 is basically just more WWE Raw, right? You start off with a tag team match, and then somehow it becomes a 6-man. Or you start off with one-on-one, and then it becomes a tag, and then it becomes a 6-person. And then the 6-person becomes an 8-person, the 8-person becomes a 10-person, 10 becomes 12, 12 becomes 18, 18 becomes 24, 24 becomes 64, 64 becomes 125, and before you know it, you have 175 way. And nobody knows which ping pong to keep up with. Calm it down, 2.0. Their very first night, they got a 6-woman tag. Their main event is a fatal 4-way. I'm sure they probably took off a fatal 22-way. I mean, this just sounds like a little bit more Monday Night Raw, does it not? I mean, I'm just seeing what I'm seeing so far. The new Mandy Rose, this is something totally we would see on Raw with somebody. The multi-person schmaz matches, totally something you would see on Raw. Lots of next generation debuts last night as well, including Rick Steiner's son, Braun Breaker, with 2 Ks, I believe. 2 Ks, just to confuse you a little bit more. Remember Ruby Riott? They had the add a T or take a T away because they didn't want you to think it was a real riot. So they had to add a T or some shit. Well, this is Braun Breaker because they don't want you to think he's really breaking people's bones. So if there's ever a lawsuit or anything, Vince can say, well, there's 2 Ks. You didn't see the extra K, did ya? There's 2 of them, damn it, there's 2 Ks. So it's Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker. So when you pronounce it, do it right. Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker. Do it right or don't do it at all. So he's out there, man. And can I ask, the very first match is this Braun Breaker, Rick Steiner's son, versus LA Knight. Now, here's my problem with this, because LA Knight lost this match. So, and the problem lies because LA Knight is going to be in the main event, the Fatal 4-Way later. So do you see the problem? Let me just take a swig and I'll explain a little further. Give me a second. Okay, here's my problem with this. The dude's in the main event, okay? He's going for the championship. He's literally going for the NXT title. So you have him lose the very first match to get people excited to not only see another match with this guy, but a title match. You should have never had LA Knight lose this match, much less be in the fucking match. This makes no fucking sense to me. If this is okay with anybody, I mean, really recheck your standards. LA Knight, with the run that he has had with that whole Cameron Grimes storyline, with the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase and the $1 Million belt, it was multi-months, 3, 4, 5 months, something like that. It was long. And it was great. I love the storyline. One of the peaks of an otherwise sleepy NXT show lately. And they just took a shit on LA Knight last night. And you could say, well, BC, they gave him lots of airtime. They put him in the main event. He was going for a title. Okay, but what are you remembering from LA Knight last night? The first match was just to put over Braun Breaker. That was it. That was not to showcase LA Knight and shit. The match, the victory, that was all for Braun Breaker with 2 Ks. That was not for anything else. And then the main event, check this out. LA Knight actually, I believe, chat, correct me if I'm wrong. Again, I was busy. I only caught the last hour, and I had to do a little bit of note-taking on top of that. I believe LA Knight took the L in the main event too, am I right? Correct me if I'm wrong. It's okay. BC's been wrong before, man. At least I want my unit to correct me, not some other fucking schmuck in the community. It was him, correct? Yeah, Ciampa pinned. Yeah, we'll get to Ciampa winning in a second, but it was off of Knight, the fairy tale ending. Thank you, JR, and everybody else. Okay, so LA Knight loses the very first match to a brand new dude, Braun Breaker, and then he loses the last match of the night. You couldn't have the fucking new guy, the new guy, what's his name? Fucking Thor Thunderson? What was the new guy's name in the main event? Thor Thunderson? He looks like fucking Thor, doesn't he? We'll call him Thor Thunderson if nobody tells me. Von Wagner. Well, he's Thor Thunderson now because I don't know what the fuck made me think of Thor, but that's what he's coming off as now. So Von Wagner is now Thor Thunderson. Good luck trying to make me change that. He's going to have to really captivate me in the future because Thor Thunderson could have taken that L and he still gets a little bit of shine. This is his debut basically with this type of an audience. This new 2.0 anyway. And that limelight, that spotlight, he's going to win just being in that thing. Unlike LA Knight, who already lost a match earlier he shouldn't have been in. So Thor Thunderson is in there. He could have fucking taken this out. Now, let's make LA Knight look like a double loser. And why does he look like a double loser? Because he was a double loser. I mean, I'm just dropping facts over here. Cal Bloom, that's right, a.k.a. Von Wagner. Cal Bloom doesn't ring a bell at all. Von Wagner doesn't ring a bell at all. He looks like a Thor Thunderson. So Vince, your stooges are watching, I know they are, or they're going to. They're going to be part of the thousands that'll come in later and watch this video because they know everybody in that company loves watching BC. I'm more entertaining than the product. They know this. So stooges, tell Vincent Kennedy McMahon, tell good old VKM, find your sack, find your balls, and tell him that Von Wagner is now Thor Thunderson. Because BC said so. Thanks! Thanks so much. It'll be a hoot and a riot to watch Thor Thunderson. Thank you, Raw Sucks. Deep breath. Now let's move on. The main event itself. Listen, I hate schmaz matches, but it was good. Okay? Cal Bloom, Von Wagner, Thor Thunderson. He held his own, I thought. Obviously, Pete Dunne, he doesn't need BC critiquing a Pete Dunne match. Pete Dunne's Pete Dunne, he's gonna do his thing. Tommaso Ciampa, please. Anybody but him winning that title would have been fucking unacceptable. And again, LA Knight should not have been in there. Or he shouldn't have been in the first match if you're going to have him in there, and don't have him take the L. Have Thor Thunderson take the L. But LA Knight, I never have a problem with either. So it had a good cast of characters. The action, I felt, was pretty legit. So for BC to say that a schmaz match was actually decent to even good, all right, that gets a pass. Tommaso Ciampa wins this thing, fairy tale. Tommaso's your new champ. I don't think anybody who truly watched the old version of NXT, I don't think they're going to have a real problem with this. It's more than believable and realistic. So I don't have a problem with this, man. I can't trash this too much. I just don't want to see too many triple threats, fatal fours, fatal 10-way, fatal 100-ways in the future. And we're already seeing their very first night with a multi-female match, multi-schmaz. We saw a multi-male match. Almost said smatch. Match. So we're already starting to see that this is going to be a little bit of WWE extra, right? WWE RAW extra. Careful with that. Please don't do that. Don't turn it into that shit. Nobody wants to see that, bro. Or maybe there's a few, but they wouldn't be on this channel. And then the wedding. I know a lot of people expect me to bash this, but bro, I thought it was pretty hysterical. It was hysterical. It was everything kind of that the old NXT was not. I understand. But if you saw this, you tell me Dexter Lumis didn't get one fucking laugh out of you? When they said, give your vows to Indy Hartwell, and he just gives like an Orange Cassidy thumbs up. And everyone's just like, bro, what about, you saw the thumbnail that I have. It's with, Candice LeRae and, Johnny Gargano. And the whole night, they're trying to keep everything together and everybody in place. But the whole night, they're like, what is happening? This thing is off the rails, bro. It was hilarious, bro. And then Dexter takes out the priest or the reverend, the father, whoever's giving the wedding ceremony, doing the word. I don't know what you call that, guys. I don't do the whole marriage and kids. That's not BC's boat that he floats. You know, I don't do fucking the whole marriage thing and the title and you know, the house with the picket fence and the kids in the married title. BC is... I'm too amplified for that. Let's just say that, man. What do you call that? A minister? Minister, okay. Well, whatever the fuck he was. Dexter Lumis took him out. So then Beth Phoenix jumps in. Beth Phoenix is talking about how she had a feeling this was going to happen because it's Dexter. So she did a Saturday night class to become an ordained minister or some shit. I mean, guys, I literally laughed about 27 times in this thing. Not that I was counting, but maybe I was. I don't know. 27 laughs from BC. I thought this was hilarious. I just did. It took me out of how bad pro wrestling has been. Ex-nay AEW. AEW gets a little bit of a pass, especially as of late. But everything else, man, WWE umbrella, even NXT has failed to really captivate me as of late. You know, for 110, 15, 17, whatever it was, I mean, that's how decent it was for me. I didn't even keep track of the time. I was just rolling with this thing. I didn't mind this motherfucker, bro. This thing was funny for me. Did you guys want to see it on the debut episode of 2.0? Did you want to see it in NXT? Maybe not. I totally understand where you're coming from. But I hope you understand where I'm coming from. I had a long fucking day, taking care of a lot of fucking business. I saw a lot of stupid shit already in just 1 hour that I watched of this show. The wedding made me laugh a lot. It was perfectly placed for Dexter Lumis. It's just phenomenal. He played it phenomenal, bro. So I already know that a lot of people are probably gonna shit on that. I want to know, Unit, is there anybody that didn't mind it? That's who I want to look at right now. Was there anybody like BC that didn't mind that wedding, man? That thought it was funny with Dexter Lumis and such? Jer9, I agree with you, bro. The whole story has been kind of fun for me, too. I think it's because I really respect Dexter, and I think this has just been a whole nother layer for him. And then on top of that, Indy Hartwell has grown on me because of this. So, Jer9, I'm with you, bro. Daniel, I didn't mind it. It was great. Yeah, I'm with you, bro. Dexter showed his ad. Jeffrey, I forgot about that, bro. when they said, does anybody like is against this or want to speak out now? And Dexter just showed the inside of his suit jacket and there was a fucking axe in there, bro. I mean, come on, dude. Yeah, a lot of you guys thought it was pretty fun then. All right. I knew I wasn't totally off my rocker, bro. I know I had a long day and I was tired, but fan of Asuka. I kind of liked it. Says Unique Butterfly. I didn't mind it at all, says Christopher. It was great for what it was meant to be, says Dave Mealy. That's a good way to put it too, Dave. He finally talks, said John. Yeah, at the very end. He said, like, I do, I believe, or something like that. Paul says, I thought it was fun. It's better than any romantic stories, tell you that, says NJPW Girl. DeMonte, I agree. The Garganos and Dexter is gold. Bro, I just love seeing Gargano and Candice LeRae. Like, what is happening? We're trying to keep this shit intact, bro. Oh, bro. Yeah, a lot of you guys actually enjoyed it, man. I thought a lot of people would just shit on this because it's what we're supposed to do with anything that's not a wrestler versus a wrestler wrestling. And that's not true on this channel. A lot of you guys are younger, I understand that. But before the Attitude Era, there was a lot of this type of character type shit, a lot of characters. There was people called the Big Boss Man, the Mountie, El Salvador. There was Crushes, there was Repo Mans, there was Demolitions, there was Legion of Dooms, there was Ultimate Warriors, there was Macho Kings. There was always characters, and there was always wacky storylines. There was people coming out of coffins called The Undertaker. There was Jake Roberts, literally biting people with his fucking snake backstage in the ring. They once had a jailhouse match at SummerSlam. I believe it was 91 or 92. The Mountie versus Big Boss Man. Loser goes to jail. I loved it. The Mountie loses, spoiler, and then they kept going back to the jail, and the Mountie was trying to get out of the jail cell. They even had a wedding with Miss Elizabeth and Macho Man at SummerSlam 1991. They've always had wacky shit, right? If you do it correctly, BC's gonna be okay with it. I'm not saying that I have to have one 5'8" dude take on a 5'7" dude, and it has to be a 35-minute classic. That's not what this channel is about. You can do some wacky shit. You can have characters in there. You can have storylines breathe with wedding segments and funeral parlors and whatever the fuck. Just do it correctly. Do it with the right people and give it the right energy and right time. The right care is all I ask for, and I'll give it a positive review. Oh, you guys are coming out with good ones, man. Okay, maybe not the Sultan Daryl, but that was a character. But Papa Shango is one of my favorites on Tivia Major. Mr. Perfect was slept on, says War Dog. Luke Smith, I'm going to forget about Eugene a little bit. Honky Tonk Man was one of my favorites, Aaron. Mordecai, Jay Westo, I'm going to forget about that one. The Model, Rick Bartel. Fuck yeah, bruh. Doink the Clown. I didn't mind Evil Doink, actually, bro. Creatively, I could have done a lot with Evil Doink. Insane Clown Posse, I'm gonna forget them a little bit. I didn't mind. Wasn't the Insane Clown Posse actually with them? Does anybody remember the Insane Clown Posse? Duke the Dumpster Drosy with his fucking trash can that Ninja Tozawa now dresses up in. You guys are the best, man. My point is, we're getting a little off topic, but if you do it correctly with the right people and you give it the time and the energy, and this was correct. This was beautifully done. You had the right wingmen with Gargano and Candice LeRae running the ship. Indy Hartwell with Dexter Loomis is the perfect yin to the yang. It reminded me of like Kane and AJ Lee. I almost said AJ Styles, and if AJ Styles is marrying Glenn Jacobs, we have an issue. Houston, we have a problem. But AJ Lee and Kane, there was a dynamic there which I liked. There was something there that made sense because it didn't make sense, but it worked so fucking epically. This, Indy Hartwell, Dexter Loomis. I'm not asking anyone to agree with me. I don't need anyone to. This works. As JR9 says, I like the entire storyline. I like the wedding segment. Fuck yeah! And Indy Hartwell, man, she's a babe. She's a babe. She's growing on me from this. So this was actually very well done by Bruce Pritchard. He likes to get a lot of the hate from the community. Let's give him a little bit of love. Brucey Pritchard created a good fucking seg here, man. Was I not supposed to say that? Fuck that shit. Brucey Pritchard is the reason The Undertaker had those segments back in the day. Brucey Pritchard is the reason Bray at least had those vignettes and those segments backstage. Because once it got to the ring, Vince McMahon made sure that he lost the big matches. Brucey Pritchard had Aleister Black Malachi's back from Malachi's own words that he said a month ago when he got released. Yeah. We're not supposed to say, brother love, because I love you. We're not supposed to talk good about him, right? Only the bad shit. No thanks. I'd rather speak the truth. Vince McMahon is running this shit. Nobody else. And I'm going to tell you the truth right now about Vince McMahon. By the way, Tony D'Angelo, before I get to the truth about Vince, Triple H, and Tony Khan, Tony D'Angelo is a new character coming out now, man. From Sweet Home Chicago. That's not actually where BC's from. That was an old Green Day concert. Anybody know the band Green Day? They were in concert in Chicago one day, and Billy Joe, who's the lead singer, he starts the concert, Sweet Home Chicago. And then Billy Joe starts being Billy Joe, and he goes crazy. Love it. Anyway. Tony D'Angelo gives me old school Italiano vibes, bro. Old school family members if you're BC. What's the matter for you? Ah, mamma mia, io stonara. That's all you would hear growing up if you're from an Italian household, man. Well, now it looks like they're bringing in more characters, man. We got Tony D'Angelo. He's going to play the role of Tony Soprano's right-hand man right next to Big Pussy and Paulie Walnuts. Sal. Christopher. Anybody ever watch The Sopranos? How Tony would say, Christopher? Christopher. Damn it, Christopher. You trying to fuck with me, Christopher? Is that what you're doing, Christopher? Look at me, Christopher. Christopher. You tell me right now, Big Pussy's gonna get us killed. You understand me? Big Pussy's gonna get us killed. Tony Soprano, bro. If anybody has never watched The Sopranos, do yourself a favor, not me. Find it somewhere. Maybe HBO. I don't know. Maybe they have a subscription. Find The Sopranos. It's only like 5 seasons. Watch it. You will thank me later. Trust me. Christopher. Anyway. Tony D'Angelo is a new character. I got my eyes on that motherfucker, man. Pretty interesting to see what they're going to do with this dude, man. He looks like he just came right from the Jersey Shore, not Chicago. We'll see. Now, I did say a half an hour I was going to try to get you guys out of here, man. But that didn't happen because the coffee was flowing. Several coffees. You guys have been amped up this entire time. BC's been amped up, and we're not done yet. We're going toward an hour. I haven't even read the supers yet, so that's going to be an extra fucking 10, 15 minutes. Hey, let's watch. I always like doing this, man. Let's watch this whole number live. We're almost about to hit 200 on the ups. I forgot to even mention that, as I always do. I just start screaming, and 45 minutes later, I remember to acknowledge that. Let's see that live hit 200. I always love seeing that whole number go. Oh, yeah, bro. It just hit 200. How badass was that? Pretty cool. Now we're on our way to 300. Badass. Now this is gonna hurt some people, man, and that's cool. BC doesn't mind hurting your feelings. I'm a big boy. I'm a grown up with big muscles. I'm out there, and I'm a wild son of a bitch. I'm the boogeyman in your closet, the bad guy under your bed. I'm that mean son of a bitch that'll make you cry. So this is gonna hurt some people's feelings. I understand that. The truth about Triple H, first of all, the truth about Vince McMahon is he was running NXT from day one. He just gave the reins to Triple H. It was all on his dime. This was all him and USA Network getting together once they actually left the network. But it was on his baby boy, the network, to begin with. And this was all Vince McMahon allowing H to do what he did. And H hit a grand fucking slam. Triple H hit a grand slam. When I think of NXT, this is no respect to Finn Balor. This is no respect to Samoa Joe or any of them, man. But when I think of NXT, I'm thinking of the Sami Zayns. I'm thinking of Sasha Banks and even Charlie Flair and even Bex. Bailey, more than anything. I'm thinking of that old school, the very first real big wave when the entire world found out who the fuck NXT was. You guys know what I'm talking about. You remember NXT Brooklyn, like the very first one? Even NXT Brooklyn 2 takeover. You know, that's NXT to me. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens and their relationship going awry. Remember Owens repeatedly powerbombing Sami Zayn on that apron. And to that point, we had not seen viciousness like that in a long time in pro wrestling. But we saw it there. Bailey versus Sasha Banks in those epic contests. That was NXT, and Triple H was hitting it out of the fucking park. You know what ended up happening? Before you can even blame Vince, Tony Khan came along, and here's the truth. Tony, and I have respect for Triple H. I do. With or without Stephanie McMahon, this dude was going to be one of the best top heels in the business of all time. The cerebral assassin was going to be one of the best heels ever. Go back and watch this dude work when he was at the top of his game as the cerebral assassin, and you're going to know what the fuck I'm talking about. You hear that pop when he came back to MSG, when he came back from that quad injury. The roof came off the place. Rumor has it took 3 months to put the roof back on MSG. So there's respect there for Triple H, but Tony Khan came along, and you know what Tony Khan did? Tony Khan defeated Triple H in every which way. Not only physically, not only fucking as a company, business-wise, professionally. He beat him mentally. Triple H started to play defense. From the very beginning, Triple H took jabs at AEW. He called it a pissant t-shirt company. That didn't come from Vince McMahon. I love when a lot of people like to say, yeah, so much for a pissant t-shirt company, right? And then they go right on and they give Triple H like a lot of credit for something. So they try to say that what Triple H said blew up in his face, and then they say how awesome Triple H is. Well, which is it? Triple H is the one who said that. Triple H says that shit, right? The pissant t-shirt company. Not Vince. So, if shit hits the fan and you start losing ratings, if you start losing every week viewership, you gotta look in the mirror and say, fuck, I should have shut my fucking mouth because I said something I couldn't back it up. H did that, man. He started the words. And then when they started getting beat, he started trying to counter them, the same thing that Vince does. It was weird. Like AEW was putting on themed Wednesday night shows, and then you would have Triple H come out with like a Halloween Havoc Wednesday show, or a In Your House Wednesday, or a fucking Great American Bash. He would try to counter with his own. There was a point where it was almost like once a month. And I'm like, well, that's the new kids on the block. AEW has to do that because they're just trying to show people they're a company. But what is Triple H doing? You're just countering, you're copying them move for move. So first, he tries to light them up in jabs. He tries to say they're a pissant t-shirt company, never gonna make it. Then he tries to counter them and play defense and copy them. And then when he keeps getting beat, and talent goes to WWE and Vince totally misuses them or doesn't even use them and makes Triple H look like an idiot, you know what Triple H does? He defends his father-in-law. And then people defend Triple H. Well, what do you want him to say, man? He's the son-in-law. He's not going to go against the old man. Or his father-in-law owns NXT, really, man. He's footing the bill, so he's not going to say anything against him. What I want him to do is just stand up for his company. I've said that a million fucking times. I'll say it a million times more. I just want Triple H to find his balls and just stand up to McMahon. How do you see what happened to Keith Lee and you keep defending your father-in-law? How do you see what happened to Karrion Kross and you keep defending your father-in-law? Or Dakota Kai when she's about to go for your NXT Women's Championship, and a week earlier, Vince takes her and has her lose to Aaliyah in a dark segment or a main event match. What happened to Dakota Kai if you're Triple H? How do you just let all of this happen? How do you build up Malachi Black, Alistair, and then just watch him get released and then defend Vince McMahon? You say the fans don't know what we're talking about. This is what Triple H has said many times. We don't know what we're talking about because we're not in the business. And then we see the photos of him and McMahon laughing at the stock exchange, all the money. And everybody likes to think that Triple H is in a basement somewhere smacking his head against a brick wall saying, why me? Everybody's feeling bad for Triple H like he's a victim. He's selling the same fucking stock shares. He's laughing to the bank with McMahon. He's making the fans look like an idiot and sticking up for the old man, even when the old man, time after time, is taking the shovel and digging NXT further and further, deeper and deeper into the ground. And for some reason, there's a pocket of fans that still go, poor Triple H. He's a victim, basically. No, he's a fucking enabler. What happened was he talked shit. Tony Khan punched him in the mouth. He tried to copy Tony Khan, match him move for move with his own theory of specially themed events, characters that are the same. Overruns, you remember overruns? WCW used to do it to WWE, and then WWE started doing it, but you stay on the air longer, 6, 7, 8, 10 minutes longer. Triple H started to do all these underhand tactics, right? All is fair in love and war, I get it. But this is Triple H botching every move for move against Tony. This is Tony Khan defeating Triple H. And when the ratings got so damn bad to where 500,000 viewers tops were starting to watch this thing, Vince McMahon finally stepped in. I'm not saying it was the right move. I'm not saying I like this one bit. But you knew if things continue to get worse and Triple H does not address the actual issue, he doesn't stand up for the fucking brand, eventually McMahon was just going to take the whole motherfucker over and turn it into one big fruit roll-up brand. And here we find ourselves. And you're telling me anybody out there is shocked that this has happened? I've been telling you from day one. And that's why I say I'm the only one in the fucking community that does that. These aren't just words. I was the only one from day one telling you this was going to happen. While everybody was trying to stroke Triple H's cock, I was telling you this isn't good. He's right there with McMahon laughing to the bank, blaming the fans, and refuses to step up to McMahon at all. And other podcasters and YouTubers, they were saying that Triple H, he's a victim. He's being undermined and overtaken. What are you talking about? This was always McMahon's. Why don't you tell the truth? Triple H is getting beat by Tony Khan. AEW beat the shit out of NXT. And because Triple H never found his balls, Vince McMahon finally took Triple H by the collar and the belt loop. By his collar and his belt loop, and he sent Triple H into the brick wall. And when Triple H found his way out of that brick wall, you know what he said to Vince? Come here, Vince, I'm gonna laugh with you to the bank. It's all about money to Triple H, bro. Triple H is in every one of those meetings with Vince. And you can throw in all your yes men that you like to blame out there. John Laurinaitis and Kevin Dunn and Brucey Pritchard. I love you. Do you honestly think Paul Levesque is not in those meetings, bro? Shane McMahon once felt that things were going haywire and he wasn't getting the respect he deserves. This is a dude, Shane McMahon, the actual son of Vince. He knows he can get a big portion of that company when Vince retires or if one day he's gone, unfortunately. You don't want to talk like that, but Shane McMahon would get a big piece of that pie. And Shane McMahon left. He said, I don't feel right about this. I don't like how I'm being treated. I don't like the direction. I'm out of here. Shane McMahon had a fucking set. Triple H always loves to attach himself to power. I said this a couple weeks ago. You look at Triple H, how he rose to that fucking pride. And again, he would have done this on his own, but he latched on to the powers really early. This dude never touched any extracurricular activity, any substances, any alcohol. Yet his best friends were supposedly Kevin Nash Diesel, Scott Hall Razor Ramon, and Shawn Michaels, Sean Hicknabottom. That's right. That's Shawn Michaels' real last name, by the way. Isn't that crazy? Sean Hicknabottom. Let's stick with Shawn Michaels. Anyway, how is that your best friends when they were just partying and they were off the wall. They admit that, right? You usually attach yourself to like-minded people. Well, he says it was because they were always just about business. I mean, sure, they were off their rocker, but they were always trying to talk about top position. Well, there was a lot of people in that company that didn't do any extracurricular activity, if you know what I mean, that could have helped a young Paul Levesque in that company. He didn't have to be the designated Uber driver for Diesel, Razor Ramon, and Shawn Michaels, but he knew if I can rub shoulders with them, I'm going to be one of them. And sure enough, he was so far up Kevin Nash and Scott Hall and Michael Hicknabottom's asses, he knew what they had for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then the second he was in a storyline with Stephanie McMahon, the boss's daughter, BC knew. I was younger, but I knew. I said, you give it a few weeks, we're going to hear a little something. I know he's with China, but if you give Paul Levesque a chance, I saw what he did with Ric Flair, the Nature Boy, what he did with William Regal in WCW, what he did with the Clique. I knew there was probably going to be a relationship, man. Paul Levesque was going to put the moves on Stephanie because that's power. Paul Levesque is very smart. He knew that as long as I latch on to power my entire career, it may be, yes, I'll be known as a kiss ass, but I'll be at the top of everybody else. And sure enough, it worked. This young kid who doesn't even drink and drug, he was right there with the Clique, who was notorious for drinking and drugging. He was right there with the boss's daughter marrying her. And he's right there with the boss when shit hit the fan and the boss started fucking with NXT. And Triple H, he defended the old bastard every step of the way. And he made you, the person that defended Triple H, he made you look like a fucking idiot. Damn, brah. That's a lot of truth there, bro. That's a lot of fucking truth there, man. And it sucks to say because, again, I do like Triple H, guys. I think he would have been a big name without the ass kissing. But if you create something like that and somebody just totally takes a shit on it, like what happened to NXT, bro, I'm not going to give you the tear bucket and pat you on the head. It's not going to happen. Tony Khan defeated Triple H, guys. Before Vince McMahon even did. That is the truth. Tony Khan defeated Triple H. And then Triple H, because he made one bad move after another, and he never stood up for any of the bad moves Vince was doing with his creation, this is the product of that. BC is not shocked. If you guys are, it's because you were not honest with yourself. Exactly, Sir Charles. Tony Khan defeated NXT. Will this new version compete with AEW in the future? We'll see. But a lot of shit was talked about AEW from NXT, from Triple H, and he got beat. So, that's the truth, guys. You know, we wish him all the best with his pre-planned surge. Right? This is a condition that he had, so he penciled it in, the surgery, in advance. It wasn't like he was rushed to the hospital with a heart attack. So relax. We wish him the best. But when he comes back, I hope it's with his balls. Much love to all you guys, man. That is the fucking truth. Now I want to go to some supers. Say what's up to my unit. I said a half an hour. We're already going over an hour, man. I'm pretty sure we all knew that was probably gonna happen. Most likely, anyway. Let's start with Lord French Fries, 2-spot. I can't believe LA lost before the NXT title match. Brah. Twice in one night they had LA Knight. Now here's the problem, Lord French Fries. It's one of the biggest, hottest acts in NXT right now. He had one of the biggest storylines. And you just had him lose twice in a night. Once to a fucking dude nobody knows. Fucking Braun Breaker with 2 Ks. And then he's the one who actually eats the pin in the main event in the Fatal 4-Way. You got 4 dudes in there. One of them takes a pin, and it's the same guy that lost earlier. Again, the same guy that has the most momentum right now. I tell you, Lord French Fries. Carlos Ray 5-spot. I heard Triple H is out of NXT in December. Any truth to that, my brother? Salute. I didn't hear that, Carlos, but I wouldn't be. I mean, he's out anyway. He got beat by Tony Khan, Carlos. Unless he has a really drastic different game plan and he's willing to step up to Vince McMahon, we're going to get the same Triple H coming back. He's not going to know how to counter correctly Tony Khan, and he's not going to stand up to Vince. So Triple H coming back right now is a moot point. But Carlos, I haven't heard that. I wouldn't doubt it. SOS TDM 617 2-spot. Nothing really excites me in pro wrestling no more. I don't blame you, bro. It's just been stale and bad for so long. At least AEW gives us good moments that we can talk about and be excited for, but you know, it's still very few and far in between. So I don't blame you one bit, SOS, for feeling that way, and you ain't alone, bro. On feeling that way. Jacob Donnelly, 5-spot. BC looking like a mobster about to go off somebody in NYC. Jacob Donnelly. This is the old flat cap, man. I got a whole collection of these bad boys. This is actually not from Italy. A lot of people do think it is. This flat cap is actually straight from Ireland. Like legit from Ireland. Because a lot of people think I'm just Italian. I'm also Irish as well. So that's that crazy man. If you ever wonder, BC seems a little, he's wild. BC is amplified. It's, I got Italian and Irish. But yeah, Jacob Donnelly. I look like I'm gonna go fucking have a little bit of party with Tony D'Angelo. Jacob Donnelly, thanks, brother. Mr. Anything for Salinas, 5-spot coffee. After last night, Vince be like, if superstars like Gargano don't want to come to the main roster, I'm going to bring them a roster to them, damn it. Mr. Anything, that's so true, man. Gargano and Ciampa and all them. What Mr. Anything is basically alluding to. Gargano, Ciampa, a lot of wrestlers told H they don't want to go to the main roster for many different reasons. Travel, how McMahon will use them, you name it. So here we find ourselves with McMahon coming to them. Mr. Anything, so fucking true, bro. That's fucking awesome. That's great. Hold on, I got some more up in here. Hold on. A lot more, actually. Christopher Blackshear's up in here with a 199. They rushed that Fatal 4-Way. Seemed like 5 minutes. I don't know about that, Christopher. I enjoyed it. I thought it was given decent time. Maybe it's because I don't like schmaz matches, though, so I was kind of happy that it went faster. I don't know. I enjoyed the action, to be honest with you, though. I was just thinking 2 things need to happen. Tommaso has to win the title because he's in this match, and number 2, LA Knight cannot lose it. That was all. I got one of those 2 things. But Christopher, you watched the entire 2 hours. I didn't get to, so maybe your timing, maybe it's a little bit more accurate than BC's, man. Thank you, Christopher. Christopher! Tony Soprano to Christopher Moltisanti. Ashley Stagel is 179. Mandy damn Rose. Tongue out of the mouth emoji 3 different times, Ashley. Yeah, Ashley Stagel Mandy Rose is a fucking hottie, bro. Come on. 24 hours with Mandy is like winning a lifetime lottery ticket. Let's be honest. No doubt. Mandy damn Rose. That's her middle name. You ever see on like social media? Your little friends list or whatever. People always like to change their lookup or whatever, and they put their middle name. So it's not the same person you remember from high school or college, right? They put their middle name. Like every girl seems to have the middle name Marie. right? Julie Marie. Jessica Marie. With Mandy, it would be Mandy Damn. Ashley Steggles. SOS TDM 617 2-spot. Call people on Twitter, etc. social media cretins. I call them mutants, SOS. Cretins is low level. I go one up a notch. Mutants. Social media is for mutants. SOS TDM 617. John B, 5-spot coffee. Looking clean, BC. Have a coffee on me. How long does Big E keep the strap? John B, number 1, thank you for the words. Number 2, thank you for the coffee. Number 3, you know it, bro. We ending summer the right way, dude. And number 4, Big E keeps it for about, when's Monday Night Raw? What is this? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 5 more days, John B. And Big E will be dropping that title back to Bobby Lashley, and then we'll get the rubber match at Extreme Rules. No, I'm just kidding. I shouldn't have even put that into the stratosphere. I'm hoping it's a lengthy run and a good title run. But we've seen with most title runs with Vince McMahon and who he has as champion, even with Lashley, just look at the last one, it's usually pretty pathetic. Asuka, look at Asuka's title reign. So John B, I don't know, man. I would like to see this. It has to be longer than Survivor Series. That's just in 2 months. So it would have to go to WrestleMania. We usually like to do a face winning the championship at WrestleMania. So now you're going to have the face go into Mania. I'm going to make the most logical call here, John B, and I'm going to say Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble, Big E drops the championship. And that's if Vince gives him even that amount of time. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Hold on. Hold on. We got more. I got to find out. I'm on a delay too, so hold on. I got you guys. John B, that was, right? Yeah, so Dave Mealy we're up to. Dave Mealy with a coffee. Thank you, brother. Good to see Dave up in here, by the way. BC, you don't need to cover every single wrestling promotion. Leave that to your ampy unit. You know it, bro. I got the soldiers rocking all around for every promotion, every show anyway. So Dave Mealy, no doubt, man. The lead dog only comes in when he has to. That's when you're going to see BC. Dave Mealy, much love. Big Nang, 2-spot. Ratings matter. Cowboys and Bucks drew 25 mil plus rating. First of all, Big Nang, absolutely correct. Number 2, is that true? The Bucks and the Cowboys drew 25 mil? What? And then there's people that say ratings don't matter. Yeah, maybe it's you that don't matter. Maybe things that do matter, maybe they'll tell you they matter just by the number alone, right? That matters, that number. That's pretty fucking crazy, Big Dang. Carlos ready to 5-spot BC. The way the fans are set up looks like old territories wrestling. Yeah, Carlos, that part of it got the old NWA vibes. And that part of it was a little bit more old school WCW. So yeah, man, you mix a little bit of Impact and the way the fans were, it definitely gave me some of that Mid-South type shit as well, maybe. Just a lot of different vibes they went for, and I think that was obviously strategic. I just still don't know about all the Rainbow Bright shit. And the Fruit Rollup, I mean, that's a lot of colors, bro. It looks like an entire kindergarten class just fucking chucked some paint onto the ring posts in the ring apron, and it's like, whoa. Could we have done that a little bit better? A little bit more thought. But yeah, it does look old territory-wise, Carlos, no doubt. Definitely old school vibes. Unique Butterfly, what up with that coffee 5-spot? Hey, BC, I don't care for the presentation of NXT. Yeah, I swear I felt like watching an episode of the Rugrats or the Powerpuff Girls. Now, first of all, Rugrats were badass. I don't know what the fuck Powerpuff Girls were, but if the Powerpuff Girls had some sexy time with the Smurfs and they accidentally got into an implosion war with Power Rangers, you would get the NXT logo. As fruity as it may sound. How's that? That was top of my dome piece, Unique Butterfly. You probably have better fucking, a better time watching Rugrats. SOS TDM 617 5-spot. Mandy trying to act tough is the equivalent of Hornswoggle pretending he is an MMA fighter. It just doesn't work. What happened to wrestling? Shake my head. Damn. Yeah, I don't know. You're still getting wrestling. It's just the characters and there's no larger than life and the storylines are gone and the feuds and the SOS. There's so many problems. I don't know. The Mandy thing was so bad it made me laugh, SOS. I don't have an answer for you because I literally laughed at it. I haven't even comprehended it as good as I could or should have yet. I'm still laughing at the concept of Mandy Rose coming out there like she's Ronda Rousey. Unique Butterfly, another coffee 5 spot. I kind of enjoy Dexter and Indy's wedding. Other than that, I wasn't interested at all. And yes, it might as well be a 2-hour extension of Raw. Well, that's all it really was. It was WWE Raw Extra. That's all this really was. And yeah, Dexter and Indy's wedding was the most fun of the show. The only fun I could really think of. Tommaso winning the title was the right call. LA Knight losing was the wrong call. A 6-woman schmaz with Ronda Rousey negative 9.0. Braun Breaker with 2 Ks. Defeating LA Knight made no sense. I mean, I just felt like I was watching Raw Extra. But Indy Hartwell and Dexter's wedding, man, that made me laugh 27 times. Unique also says with a 5-spot coffee, thank you, Unique. Glad it's finally Wednesday. Hype for tonight's Dynamite. WWE faithfuls, there is nothing wrong with being unfaithful. Try it, you may like it. Unique Butterfly is telling people out there that have not yet given AEW a chance, give them a chance tonight. I agree with Unique Butterfly. Dave Mealy, $4.99 coffee. Braun Breaker with 2 Ks needs to cut Steiner math promos. Dave Mealy, no doubt, bro. He needs to tap into Uncle Steiner's mathematics. If anybody has ever heard the Steiner math promo, Scott Steiner in Impact Wrestling, TNA, doing Steiner math, you know what Dave Mealy is talking about. If you know, you know. SOS TDM 617, another 2-spot. This isn't 7th Heaven, no marriage or kids for SOS. Yeah, I don't do that either, man. I don't like labels in society. I'm not one of these people that's gonna have 7, 8, 9, 10 kids. 2, 3, 4, 5 sounds like I want to put my dome piece through a wall. But to each their own. 7th Heaven. Remember that with fucking Dawson's Creek. Does anybody remember Dawson's Creek? I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. I don't know the rest of the lyrics. That was the theme. I just remember Joey. That was a girl. Her name was Joey. Go figure. Tom Cruise actually ended up marrying her. I forgot her name. But her name on the show was Joey, and I always had a crush on that chick. Big crush. And I was pissed that she went with this dude Pacey and not with fucking Dawson. I was just as pissed with Saved by the Bell when Kelly went with, what was his name? She didn't pick Zach. Kelly went with fucking, what was his name? He was the owner of the Max, or not the owner. He worked at the Max. John, maybe? Oh, I forgot who she went with. But Kelly did not pick. No, it wasn't Slater, guys. It wasn't AC Slater. Kelly picked somebody else. It was a dude that already graduated. And poor Zach couldn't compete because this dude already had his wheels. He was already graduated. And you know, younger girls like older dudes. I think it was Jeff. So she went with Jeff, man. And Zach was like, oh, and dude, I was like, fucking, no, man. I was so fucking amplified. And by the way, as long as we're on this, right? Joey never went with Dawson. She went with the third wheel Pacey. Kelly went with fucking Jeff and not Zach. That's fucking... And then I don't even watch Harry Potter. I never watched one of the movies. The most I saw was number 3, Azkaban. But I just found out recently that Hermione never went with, Harry. Hermione ended up marrying fucking Ron Weasley. Like, does nobody go with the main character anymore? That shit pisses me off. Anyway, we're getting off track with these supers. I forgot who brought me to that. I think it was SOS talking about 7th Heaven. This was all on you, SOS. Unique Butterfly 2-spot. It's Bruce's fault for the heat wave in NYC. Yeah, blame Bruce Pritchard for everything. That's what podcasters like to do. I'm sure that's what Meltsy Boy likes to do and everybody that hangs on Meltsy Boy's balls. There's a lot of podcasters and YouTubers in this community. They want to be the next Dave Meltzer, and they cling on Brian Alvarez's balls and Meltzer's cock. Fuck out of here, bruh. You fucking loser. You fucking chump, mutant, bitch, boy, Braden. Fuck that shit. Ray Hunt, 10 spot, couple of coffees. Ray Hunt, what up, dude? I looked at the entire layout of the NXT 2.0 stage. My initial reaction while my eyes recovered from the brightness was, wow, I had no idea VKM and my kids were in business together. Your kids will probably deliver a better presentation, Ray Hunt. That's the fucking sad truth. Thanks, brother. Dave Mealy, $4.99 coffee. The WWE has always been reactive. They haven't figured out that it's best to be proactive rather than reactive. No doubt, they always try to counter. And usually, Dave Mealy, it's too fucking late. Just like we saw with Monday Night Football. Vince decides last minute that now he wants to counter Monday Night Football, so he takes his main event from Extreme Rules, which is just next Sunday. So now his Extreme Rules doesn't even have a second main event. He puts that on Raw, and then 24 hours earlier, he says, I'm going to have the cash-in occur. This was all last-minute countering, and then he wonders why he only pulled a 1-6-7-0 this week on Raw. Dave Mealy, no lies detected. Unique Butterfly, 5-spot coffee. Triple H is one of my all-time favorites of the Attitude Era, a genius of his work as a heel, no doubt. I just wish we could give him more credit with sticking up for his creative process, for his creative endeavors, for his NXT, but he never once stood up for it. BC, you don't know what happens behind the walls, man. He's being punished. He's not being punished. What are you talking about? You think Stephanie's gonna let her fucking husband be punished because he's standing up for NXT? You think a human being would be punished at that age? He's a millionaire. He doesn't even need a dime of Vince McMahon's money. No. He loves the power. He knows he's in position to take the company, and he's gonna go along with whatever Vince says. And when you don't stick up for something you believe in and love in enough, to the point where you're willing to walk away for what you believe in, then you don't get that much respect from BC on that aspect and side of things. He'll always have my respect as a performer. But he will not have my full respect as a businessman until I know he's got the balls to stand up for what he believes in. I know that's harsh truth. You're going to get that on this channel. Unique Butterfly. SLVRBLK31, 5-spot coffee. Triple H reminds me of Cat Williams' joke about Flavor Flav. If he's going to take NXT from me, I'll take them for everything. I don't know what that's from, man, but I'll go with you, SLVRBLK31, because it fits in this scenario. Cat Williams is on point. 2-spot by Unique Butterfly. It's Hicknambottom, BC. Yeah, what'd I say? Hicknambottom. Hicknambottom? Michael Hicknambottom. I'll just say Hickenbottom. Unique Butterfly. Take your choice. It's like multiple choice. Hickenbottom. Who cares? Shawn Michaels got one of the craziest last names in real life I've ever heard. But yes, Unique. Hickenbottom. Dave Mealy, $4.99 coffee. Triple H even willingly took the punishment for the Clicks curtain call. Of course. That's when he was taking punishment. He was just a young wrestler there, but he knew. He knew he was at the bottom of the totem pole, but he also knew, man, he's got friends going over to WC. If shit hits the fan, he knew that he was rubbing shoulders with Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, and he's always got a home over in WCW. And there in WWE, he knew Shawn Michaels wasn't going anywhere. Triple H knew. Triple H knew he had all bases covered. When you kiss ass and you're good at it, you know which bases you have covered and which bases you need to cover. Absolutely, Dave Mealy. That's a first wave. I think there was even more. While I was going over that first wave of supers, there was actually some more that came in. So let me go over them. 5-spot Carlos Ray, 5-spot. Truly enjoyed this show, BC. A lot was said that needed to be said. Much love and respect. Salute. Right back to you, Carlos. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I mean, you're going to get harsh amplification. You know this, Carlos. You've been here for the longest. But for newer subscribers, because there has been a lot of new subscribers this month and last month. Some of our best months have been the last couple on the channel. And I always like to tell new subscribers, man, you're going to hear harsh truth, but it is truth nonetheless. And I know some other of your favorite podcasters may be saying something different. You may want to think twice about what they're saying, because BC has already done the research, jumped into the history books. I've went over my facts 2, 3, 4 times. It's amplified truth, man. It's blunt. It's harsh. It's amplified, but it's truth. Thank you, Carlos, for always knowing that, man. Pimp Jesus, 5-spot coffee. NXT is officially dead. I think it has been for a while, Pimp, but I think officially is the word to use here. Absolutely. This was the period, right? Or the exclamation point. We can now say it is officially gone. The NXT that we once knew anyway. This 2.0 shit, let's see where this heads. Pimp Jesus. John Alexander, 5-spot coffee. I think Braun Breaker, with 2 Ks, is Rick Steiner's son. There's no thinking. He is John Alexander. That's Rick Steiner's son, Scott Steiner's nephew. Can't wait to see how VKM screws him up. Oh, it's coming. You won't have to wait long. He had a career night last night. By next week, we're talking about him running around a new version of the 24/7 title. It's the NXT version of 24/7. It's the 48-21 title. Don't bother doing the Steiner math. Just trust Vince when he says that's the title you're getting. And there's fucking Braun Breaker. And there comes fucking Ronda Rousey negative 9.0, Mandy Rose. Chasing it. Demon Balor, right? Wait, this is Vince McMahon we're talking about. Here comes Demon Balor chasing around the 48-21 NXT version of the 24/7 title. There's Demon Balor trying to get it. Ember Moon right back where she left off on the main roster, chasing around the title. John Alexander, yeah. AJ King, 5-spot coffee. The real war in the future will be professional wrestling against sports entertainment. It's funny you say that, AJ King. With the kind of weeks that AEW has had, a lot of the promos and a lot of what Tony Khan is saying and their wrestling, they're really putting emphasis on wrestling and that we're pro wrestlers. If you noticed, lately, sports entertainment has been being said a lot more on screen for WWE. Randy Orton last Monday, I don't know if it was this Monday, I think it was last. Randy Orton actually used those words, the most devastating letters in sports entertainment. He made it a point to say it and put emphasis on it. And then on Friday night, Roman Reigns in his promo put emphasis on the sports entertainment. That's when he was cutting the promo saying that the tribal chief runs New York City, or WWE runs New York City, tribal chief runs NYC, so the tribal chief runs WWE. And he is the tribal chief of sports entertainment. Some shit. My point is this. You're hearing sports entertainment a lot lately at the same time that AEW is hammering home wrestling, the word wrestling. You know Vince McMahon hates the words professional wrestling. So this is not a, this is no coincidence, man. Vince is upset that over in this company, they keep calling their wrestlers wrestlers. Vince is pissed off that they call their product wrestling. So because in Vince's mind, this is how Vince thinks. Trust me, guys. I've studied this dude for decades. In his mind, it's hurting his wallet. People are going to look at his product and think it's wrestling now. No, it's not. It's sports entertainment. No, you dipshit. It's professional wrestling. But that's how Vince thinks. Anyway, AJ King, you're exactly right. That is the internal war, dude. It's just the way it is. Jer9 Gaming, 2-spot. NXT 2.0 is my worst enemy. A fruit roll-up arena. NXT 2.0 is my worst enemy. Oh, a fruit roll-up arena. I got you, Jer9. The whole arena is a fucking fruit roll-up box. Fuck one fruit roll-up award. You ain't kidding, Jer9, man. I'm telling you, dude. I caught it late the last hour, and when I tuned in, my eyes... this was my reaction. I had to take a fucking jolt back. I was like, this is a fucking explosion of a bowl of Fruit Loops, fucking a bowl of Fruity Pebbles, and creating one big giant box of tricks are for kids. Jer9 Gaming, much love always, dude. Respect right back to you. Mr. Anything for Salinas, 2-spot. Mr. Anything. Steph and Vince are playing keep away with H's balls. Basically, bro. Hot potato, just don't give it to H. It's so true. And they're so cruel that right now H is on the couch resting his whole heart from his little planned heart surgery. And he's on the couch. And Braun Strowman sent him some of his Capri Suns from his lunchbox, trying to get on good terms. Maybe he can get a job again. So Braun's Capri Suns, and he's got some cookies that were freshly baked by Linda McMahon. And here's Vince on one side of the couch, Steph's on the other side, and they're fucking chucking each ball around. Triple H's balls are being passed around. Mr. Anything, that's how I'm viewing it anyway. I don't see any lies detected. That's how I fucking see it. We got one more up in here. Carlos is gonna end the stream. It was supposed to be a half an hour, win an hour and a half. I guess we should have known that. Carlos, Spy Spot says, BC, we doing AEW review tomorrow? Hope so. Red team, go! Carlos, the plan is to absolutely do a review. Sometimes it's just not possible. That's only literally when it's just not possible, because even if I'm out in the world, I'll at least give you an audio only so you guys hear my thoughts on everything. So I don't know what way it's going to be, audio only, an actual just regular video, or maybe a live stream. But I hope to absolutely do a review for Dynamite for tomorrow within the next 24 hours. So the answer is yes, Carlos. Hopefully I can absolutely deliver on that. Without question. I think I got caught up with everybody. If I missed anyone, I'll get it later and I will get you guys in the next vid. But thank you guys, man. This was supposed to be a half of an hour. We went a little bit, just a little bit longer. You guys fucking rock. Salute to everybody that smashed that up. I know I forgot to even mention it, man. I mentioned it one fucking time maybe. I totally forgot to. But you guys still were awesome. We're about to hit 300 live on the ups. That's going to drastically help the thousands that are about to come in. So even though that I botched and I forgot to mention it a bunch of times, I thank you guys for smashing that and getting that to 300 within the next several minutes. You guys absolutely rock, man. So that really does help the channel out. So much love to everybody that took just a second. And if you're watching BC on your big screen TV, take a second to go on your phone, get on this live stream, and click that up, man. Help the unit with the algorithm. Always helps, you know? I know I'm one of the newer channels still. I've been around for fucking years, but I'm still the fucking newer channel. I'm the ECW in the community, and the tube hates to fucking promote my shit because I'm too controversial. I yell a lot. I use bad words in my thumbnails and in my titles. And even when a video gets demonned, I don't change a lot. So they're like, basically, we're trying to warn you, man. Like, just change this and you can be monetized. No, motherfucker. I'm sticking to my creative juices, bro. Anyway. I appreciate it. You guys are the best. And, oh, shit. Now we're really on the cusp of 300, man. We're only like fucking 10 away now, dude. So I just caught that live right now. That was badass. I bet you a few people were actually watching on the big screen and actually went over to the fucking phone and took a second. Oh, fuck this, man. Now I gotta catch this live, this 300, man. That's a whole number. Fuck that shit, bro. You guys are tearing it up live. I gotta fucking see it actually occur. 5 left, guys. 5 left. We hit 300 live. On a fucking Wednesday morning or after, I don't even fucking know. With 10 minutes of notice, 15 minutes. I break all of the live streaming rules, man. Everything they tell me not to do. Because they're trying to help me, right? Get the most viewers, get the most this, get the most that. I'm like, no, that's okay. I'm going to do it my way, and I'm still going to kick ass. We just hit over 300, guys. You guys are awesome. That was cool. That was fucking cool. Now we're on our way to 400 with the thousands coming in. You guys rock. Hey, everybody, rock out the rest of the day. Hopefully I can catch you guys a few more times this week, all right? Kick that ass. And, hey, this is the new NXT, man. Get your fruit roll-ups. Oh, shit. It's going to be one fruity fucking time. Carlos, much love, brother. Carlos Ray, Iron Riaz, NJPW Girl, JR9 Gaming, William F up in this bitch, Enforcer 2K9, Papo Jr. with that 2-spot. We'll catch this later, just got here. We're ending it, Papo Jr., but this will be up later on. Papo Jr., much love and respect, brother. Good to see you up in here. Thank you for the coffee. Papo Jr. Oh, brother. Aaron Vega, SLVR BLK31, Jazz. Did I get NJPW Girl, Triple J 82882, Sontivia Major, Dave Mealy, Unique Butterfly, Eric Newton, Fury 9000, Eddie. Damn, there's a lot of you motherfuckers. I'm on a delay, man. Lucas Allen, Roger Stotler, TKG, Renee G. Renee, Carlos, you somehow got Renee out of bed? What's up? Much love, Renee. Redacted, Luke Smith. Fuck, man. DeMonte Mabry, Trev Reigns. The god of the IWC. I don't know about that, but I'm definitely at the top of the pile, Trev Reigns, for sure. Janelle Layton, thank you, BC. No, Janelle, thank you, man. I hope you have a damn good day, too. Janelle Layton, Sir Charles, Lucas Allen, Marie Applewaite, Redhead, JR9. I got JR9, man, but JR9 and Carlos can always get multiple what's-ups. And guys, I'm seriously on a delay as I have been. So every one of you motherfuckers, my amp unit, the tried and true best in the community, a salute to all of you. Till next time, check you later. Notorious Nikki Smith, I see you. War Dog, wherever the fuck War Dog is. SOS, if you're still here. Fucking A. The amp unit has rose in. Huh? You guys are the best. Check you.